Hello and welcome to CRL Round. I have no idea what round it is and I'm not going to check. But we're here in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Obviously we had an IRL race here recently where K-Mag took pole, which was quite the feat really. Sorry, I'm tired. But yeah, we've missed a few rounds. We've missed Austria because I accidentally deleted the footage. And did we miss another round? I don't know. We had a week break as well. So we may be on round 4 or round 5. I could not tell you. But we are here and hoping to maybe make a difference. In Austria, I did accidentally press delete on the recording, which was not ideal to say the least, but it wasn't the best of races. I think we went P2 in quali and then got absolutely killed in the actual race, so it wasn't really a noteworthy race. But we're going to be starting our first lap here in quali. It's short quali as always, and yeah, just really we haven't done too much practice here, so we're just gonna hopefully warm up a bit on the lap. We have done practice the day before. Look, I knew I wouldn't be able to practice today, but these are my first laps in the game. See, taking turn 1 quite nicely actually, using the optimum amount of curbs. You want to stay close to the inside but careful because you can invalidate if you go too far or over. Coming into turn 3 or 4, I forget, you want to use all the curb on the inside there and then let it run wide. Stick to the inside here and just flat out all the way up here. Lap times here, you're looking probably around low 7s, maybe high 6s if anyone's got that in their locker. We sure don't, but it's always worth a try. You can see Zerky sitting on the fast lap of 7.8, and we're on a decent little lap here. You know, it's been quite tidy, not on limit completely, but it's just quite clean and tidy. As you see, Rishan definitely a force to be reckoned with on the outside there. I believe he didn't do quali as he's doing the last to first, so as I literally said right then. But yeah, pretty tidy lap, and I accidentally cut it out. I'm not going to fix that. Let's just run with it. It put us P2, and here's us on the end of our second lap. Puts us back on pole with a 7.4, so pretty decent lap there. But we know in practice that we've got a much better lap in us. And you see Zerkiel's P2 here, so it's all going to come down to this lap, because it's going to be me or Zerky on pole. Minute left in the session. Got our hot lap on, DRS open, take the wide line to maximise the speed. And we start the lap. Coming up to turn 1, you want to brake just before the grass, get all over this curb, but not too much, it can spin you out, and you want to use the most amount of curb you can on that second one. And that is vital for getting a good lap. Once again, stay close to the inside, cut a bit, but not too much. And coming up to turn 4, use all the curb on the inside, let it run wide, but don't go too wide, because it's very easy to invalidate that. And then it's just a nice little break up to here, but then you've got to be right back on it as you shift down to 6th gear. Let the corner run out. Be patient on the throttle, because if you're too early, the tyres will overload and you will be spinning as an Aston Martin of, I don't know who that was, but they were in our way, which kind of threw us off a bit. But we've gone purple in sector 1, taking that corner quite nicely, but could have been a bit more aggressive here. We had 2 temps up. And we're going to see if we go purple in sector 2. We do. So it's a very good lap right now. 2 temps up, coming through the final, well, kind of final. It's the final corner, basically. Final corner, we need to break through. Stay tight to the inside. Zert's on pole with a 107.3. It looks like we're going to be taking pole off him, though, with a 107 or 142. And that is a good lap from us in the McLaren. And it stayed that way. No one behind being able to dethrone us of P1. As you can see, there's the confirmation. And yeah, we know Zerk's right behind us, and he is a very fast driver, very consistent, more lenient on the race pace, while we're more of a qual immersion. Let's be real. So it's gonna be tricky, definitely, but it's gonna be about who gets the lead off the line, because once you get that initial P1 round here, if you're good enough in the sector 2, it's very hard to overtake anywhere else except from the main straight. So you can see we're going to cut on We've got 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 light, 5 lights. It's lights out, and away we go. We get a lot of wheel spin off the start here, instantly going up to 4th. You can see Zerky is already up our inside, but we've both got away quite nicely from the rest of the pack, and we're going to just try and hang it around the outside. We get the inside line for this next corner, and we're going to keep ahead of Zerky going into the first straight, but Zerky's got girth all over him. I know that does not sound right. We've got girth, I don't know, but Zerky's trying to hang it around our outside, but we're going to use a bit of deploy, and we're just going to stay ahead, but the Alpine is, I'm trying to call him the Alpine, is trying to get there. Zerk sticking his nose in to that corner, but he knows there's not a move there, and we're going to hold P1 as the safety car comes out, and very decent first lap from us. We the top 3 we cleared P4 by like a second within a sector, so it's unfortunate the safety car came out because it was looking to be quite a nice race between us 3. A lot of jockeying for position, but nevertheless we move, and we're going to skip on here to midway through the safety car, and we're going to see why I sometimes fall out of love with this game. Is going through the downhill left, and just the traction just decides to give up on us for no reason, and we are going to spin off into the grass, and Adam does have to give us that position back, unfortunate for him. But yeah, P5. As you can see, I'm quite not the happiest about that, but as this isn't the first time I've spun under ST over the course of my league racing career. But nevertheless, P5 still, so it's not the worst positions. We got Alex Johnson, who started like P14, so to get to P4 is very impressive. But he's going to be front of us on the medium tyres. We're going to look to get the run on him here. As we see, we have actually caught him napping a bit, so that's going to give us the chances he comes over a bit. It gives us a bit of a fright. We're going to be around the outside, and this means, as like in the first corner, but he pushes us off. And we just keep it out with the wall. As you can see, my wheel not having the best of times with the amount of force I was putting through the wheel. And yeah, there's nothing we could really do there. We tried hanging it around the outside, and once again blown up as Luca gets absolutely annihilated and is off into the Aramco. Not ideal though, to say the least. Rishan Papa pace, very fast driver ahead. But yeah, very not ideal at all. As you can see, my teammate's also here, and he's just been overtaken by Rishan. I'm going to be looking to get Monster here as my teammate. Don't know what happened there, but he had a moment, and that also, unfortunately, upset us. But this is now lap 6, so you can see we've not really gained any positions. It's a really competitive grid here, so once you lose the positions, it's very hard to gain them back up. But we're going to try our best. Uru up next, and Uru's known to be quite aggressive when it comes to defending, but he shouldn't be too much of an issue. He can drive, he's a very fast guy, but we should hopefully clear him. As you can see, he's struggling. Rishan absolutely tearing up through the field now. He's passed 2 cars in 1 lap, 3 cars if you can't double actually. So he is on a charge. You can see it's the Red Bull of Agalos making a mistake, and then he gets attacked from Nightmare. And we're going to make up 2 positions on both Uru and Agalos out of the last corner. Very nice from us. You can see our teammates trying to do the same, but we're just going to be focusing on the cars ahead now. We've got to go defensive because Agalos will try and hang it around our outside. As he does dive down the inside, Nightmare and Richard have a bit of a coming together. Agalos taps us a bit, but we keep it clean, trying to give him as much space as we can. And we're going to go down the main straight here, and this is looking for a recipe of disaster. Agalos, Stubby, all of us go 3 wide into turn 4, and we, in the same fashion that Alex murdered us, Agalos did the same. It was unfortunate. This whole race, it just felt like I was kind of just not there to anyone. But it's okay, we moved on to lap 12. We got put on the back foot very heavily here, and you can see with P16 with 3 seconds to the next car. And that's after like 8 laps of just grinding. I'm pretty sure we were like 6 seconds away, so we've gained a bit of time. Skipping on to lap 18 now, skipping a big chunk of time. We're now in DRS of Agalos, and this is the first car we've seen in like a year, so we're a bit excited here. And you can see just going through this corner now in the dirty air, and just not being used to being in dirty air, we just get on the curb all in the wrong way and it spins us out. We don't completely spin though, and we just cut across the grass and we don't lose too much time, but not ideal, really not ideal, as we're now back to 2 seconds, but we do gain the gap back quite quickly there, moving on to lap 21. But as you can see, we're up to P7, that means the leaders ahead have pitted, and we're going to do the same now. Moving off these hard tyres that have seen better days, let's be honest, after all the spins. I'm going to move to the medium compound of tyre. I'm going to see if we can make any headway here. There is a chance of points, as I think we're like P12 now, net P12 by the time we get out here, and Agalos has got to serve a 5-second penalty, so we're now going to gain a position on him. We're going to be all over the back of Mike Clean. Mike Clean, very nice guy, very fast driver, so we're going to see if we can maybe make a move. You see also Tomat coming past us there. And Mike giving us a little cheeky wave just to say, hey, let's get this guy's work together. And you can hear my little brother in the background screaming. Apologies for that. But yeah, trying to warm up the tyres. Well, I don't know if Mike Clean was actually waving to us or he was trying to warm up his tyres. But it's nice to speculate, you know. It's nice to be wanted as we get a 3-second time penalty just to salt in the wounds. And is that Uru and the Aston Martin that are completely dying there? Either way, it's a free position with us and we're getting shouted again. But yeah, P14. We're going to try and make some headway here. As Mike ahead. He's got a, is that a 5-second penalty? So it's going to be, as long as we can stick with him, that's a free position right up there. So technically we're net P13. And together we're going to try and chase down the Alpha Tauri of Tomat Sovs. Lap 23, you can see we're just all over the curves. We're not settled into a pace really. Like the lines we're taking, they're all quite messy and they're not the most consistent thing in the world. But we do go purple sector 1, so it shows we've still got pace. And yeah, it's looking quite good for us to catch him, but a safety car comes out, and that's due to Uri retiring now. I don't know what happened to him. Quite unfortunate, as we were about to do the fastest lap. But now we've got to make a decision. Are we gonna box, or are we gonna box for the softs, or are we gonna stay out? And I didn't think the softs would make it, so I decided to stay out on the medium tyres, get track position. And you see we're up to P10. Some people behind us, or some people ahead of us, sorry, pitted for softs, and they're now behind us. One notable person who did that was SHC Memo, I think that is. I can't read the name from back here. But yeah, you can see safety car restart. We're trying to get some temperature in the tyre here, as the mediums are significantly harder to warm up than the softs. And whoever the leader is here, I don't know what he was doing, but he was taking his sweet time about getting this race going again. But eventually he does, and we're going to see if we can maybe stick a move up the inside of Mike, as we do, as he gets not the best of restarts actually, but he's going to have that inside line into turn 2, which means he actually gets to stay ahead, and Memo has gone off the track and he's almost about to clean us out. Quite lucky actually there to stay alive. But yeah, not much position change, still P10. We are in the points finally after a rollercoaster race, and me and Mike are going to try and work together here to try and make our way through the pack. Tomat ahead in P8 and the AlphaTauri still, and we're just trying to look for maybe a move on Mike, because we need to get this moving. Only 9 laps left, so we really do need to get a move on here. As Memo catches us absolutely napping and shoots one down the inside, so that's on us. We just weren't really paying attention, and my brother's now shouting as well in the background, which is, you love to see it really. But yeah, we were running a decent race. We got caught napping a bit there, but we're just trying to make our way through a field, trying to see what moves stick, what don't. Coming into turn 1, we go quite wide there actually, which isn't ideal to miss the braking zone a bit. And behind us is Snake's F1, also known as Olaf, and we're going to see he's going to get in a slipstream and he's going to try to dive down the outside. We're going to go defensive into turn 3, pushing around the outside, and there's no move sticking for him there, so we give him a little squeeze. and we keep the positions. I'm trying to conversate with my family because they wanted, I don't know what they wanted, but it's not ideal when you're trying to battle his memo on the soft tyres, so he's going to be much quicker than both me and Mike. He's trying to swing it around the outside of Mike Clean, and he's going to do the same thing he did to us. Mike Clean trying to hold it, but just the grip of those soft tyres is just no comparison to Mike's used mediums now. We're going to try and go defensive and Snakes absolutely just shoots it up around the outside. Nothing sticks for him there, and now he's under pressure from Magalos. So, moving on, we're lap 29 now. And we're just going to slot into, try and get into a rhythm and see if we can maybe force a move on Mike, because we've been stuck behind this Ferrari for about 10 laps maybe now. So it's not ideal really. Moving on to lap 30, we do absolutely send a Hail Mary up the inside of Mike Clean, and we've got to try and stick it round the outside, but we can't get it done. Switch to the inside, down the inside into the last corner, and we're going to be side by side coming down the main straight now. Use all the battery we've got left, but admittedly there isn't much there. We have got the DRS. I don't think Mike does have the DRS. I may be mistaken there, but you can see Olav and Snakes F1 trying to get amongst the move now. We're going to get ahead of Mike, but then Olav gets ahead of Mike as well. Gives us a bit of a tap. He's trying to hang it around the outside again, as we've seen him done multiple times. And he swung it right into us, into our front wing, and that is going to unfortunately cost us basically our race, because there's no recoverable from this. We've got wing damage, we're down in P12, there's a really unlikely chance that another safety car comes out, so we just got to box and maybe go for the softs, yeah, and just go for the fastest lap, because there's nothing really that we can do in this race. So you can see in the pit lane now, I believe Olav also pits, because did he get damage? Oh, he doesn't pit. Maybe he didn't get damage then. But yeah, change the front wing for us, new soft tyres, and my monitors just turned off, sorry. 7.4 second stop, so you can see we're close to getting lapped at this rate, which isn't ideal. But coming out of the pit lane, we do realise our teammate is lapped, and he's close to be getting lapped by us as well, so we've asked him to slow down, and we're going to just shoot for a fast lap here, abusing his DRS, as you see, going down to turn 1, take that quite nicely, missed the apex a bit, but we're going to completely cut over turn 2 apex, is exactly what you want to do. Not exactly on the right line there, as we're quite wide, but we're just trying to keep it safe, because we know we can easily get a fastest lap with these fresh soft tyres. Green is set to 1, so not purple unfortunately, but it's not too big of an issue. Trying just to use up the battery. You can see us asking Jeff for the fast lap. Also, apologies for there not being any in-game audio. My shadow player just decided not to record that. I think I'm going to try and use OBS for not Monza, but for the next one, because I've already recorded Monza. Stay tuned. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, fastest lap. We've gone purple to sets too, so it's looking likely that we will get the lap here, and hopefully we keep it. But if you look ahead, Mike Clean is in the lane for soft compound tyres, which shows that he's also thinking about the fastest lap. So we've just got to hope that lap of a 1:08.6, so like that's over a second and almost a half off our pole time. But we just got to hope Mike Clean can't beat that now. So what we're going to do, bit cheeky, but we're going to slow down just to stop Mike from getting fastest lap, and we're going to slow him down and have a little battle with him. So you can see Mike Clean, we're going to go defensive. No, we're going to go to the outside actually to try get that inside line for turn 2. Mike goes around the outside, he's got a better straight line speed, but we're going to be able to hang it around the outside, inside line for turn 2. And we're side by side going down turn 3 and down the main straight, as my recording is lagging. I hope that's not for everyone. Mike's ahead now, he's got the better straight line speed, but he's flashing, so we're going to dive to try go to the inside. No move happening there. I'm going to see on the switchback now, using a rest, trying to swing it around the outside maybe. We do try and get ahead, we do slide ahead there, and we may have got the move done here. Who's late on the brakes, me or Mike? It is going to be me, but Mike's going to have the extra grip as he did pit a little later. But we do manage to just force Mike out, and Olav has also blasted us off, and he's trying to get into this fight, or maybe he spun, I don't know. But it says he's disconnected, but he was quite fast, so I don't know what was happening there. But Mike trying to maybe go for a last minute dive, he isn't close enough. And I think we are going to hold this epic battle for P12 absolutely clear. But I do end up giving the positions to Mike because we're just such nice guys, and Mike really wants that P12 in the championship, and we crash coming across the line. Absolutely amazing scenes. But yeah, thank you for
Oh no, I got finished.
for watching. We're going to look at the standings here now once my recording decides to cut. There you go. Zerky extends his lead in the championship. We're down in P9 now, which is not ideal with 20 points. So yeah, we're going to try and maybe start a fight back starting at Monza. Looking at the constructors now, McLaren were leading after a reserve in Snakes won the Singapore Grand Prix, but down in P3 now. And yeah, we're going to try to bring it back at Monza. Thank you for watching. Make sure to drop a subscribe below, and yeah, see you in a bit.